I want to start off by thanking everyone for being here to celebrate with Ashley and Tom. It's so obvious that this room is filled with people that love you guys, and I am so honored to be here as one of those people celebrating with you, standing up beside you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emma. Ashley and I have been best friends for over a decade now. We met in college. Our dorm rooms were right next to each other. We had a thin wall dividing us, but it really wasn't necessary since Ashley basically lived in my room for 2 years. When you've been best friends with someone for so long and have spent so much time together, you gather a lot of secrets and embarrassingly hilarious stories about one another. But luckily for Ashley, I'm not going to tell you any of them. Number one, because there's just not enough time in the world. And number two, because I respect Ashley way too much to embarrass her on her wedding day. Ashley, I want you to know that I wrote this speech at least 50 times, if not more. And you would think that it would be easy for me to write a speech telling you how much I love you and how much your friendship has changed my life. But every time I tried to write it out, I just couldn't come up with the words. There aren't words to describe the kind of friend that you are to me. I used to say you were the Christina Yang to my Meredith Grey, but you so smartly pointed out that I am the Asian one, so it really should be reversed. But basically, you are my person. So one thing that I have learned about Ashley, and Tom, I'm sure you know this very well by now, is that she hates change, any kind of change. There was one time in college where my dorm room furniture was totally rearranged, and Ashley just about had a panic attack. And it was my room. It wasn't even her room, my room. So we had to change it back immediately. Then when Ashley's fish, who was named Emma Jane, she named her fish after me, when it died, we had to have a funeral before we flushed it down the toilet to ease the transition. Basically, any change, no matter how small, makes Ashley a little nervous. But today marks a huge change in both of your lives. You go from being engaged to being husband and wife. You have promised yourselves to one another through good times and bad, to laugh and cry, to cry together, essentially to always be each other's person. This day marks a big change, and yet I have never seen Ashley more calm or more happy than today. And that's how I know that you guys are meant for one another. So Ashley, I wish you the most incredible journey with your running buddy, your best friend, and your husband. And Tom, you are a very, very lucky man. I have enjoyed 10 years of her quirkiness, her overly recognizable but lovable laugh, and her inability to make a decision. So now it's your turn. So if everyone would please raise their glass, and I don't have a glass, but that's fine. Congratulations, Ashley and Tom. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait for you to start your new adventure together.
Nice round of applause for Emma and that beautiful toast. Now I'd like to invite best men Tyler and Jay to the microphone.
So there are two best men. There are two best men. Better and best. We're still deciding who's who. But I just wanted to reflect a little bit about the friendship that I've had with Tom, and I realize it's been just about 8 years that we've known each other. It started when we were at UVM together, and I think it was junior year where I didn't have the best roommate situation, and Tom was abroad, and our friend Rachel was like, well, I don't have good roommates either. Do you want to move in with us? It's like, sure. I think I'd had one or two conversations with Tom before I actually moved in with him, like, what's the worst that could happen? So we all became roommates together, and it was definitely one of the best decisions of my life. When we started living together, we got into a normal routine, you know, going to class, setting up cardboard bricks so we'd prank our roommate Rachel when they fell on her when she came in the door, going to the laundromat that had Miss Pac-Man so we could play and fold clothing while children tried to steal money out of Tom's pockets. buying $40 worth of discounted Easter grass so we could prank Rachel and fill her bed with Easter grass the day after the weekend after Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, after Easter. Running across the street to Henry's to get Ben and Jerry's on a commercial break. Setting up the bricks again for a prank and getting Rachel's mother by mistake, so a lot of really, really good small memories that definitely made my time at UVM more memorable and just a fantastic friendship. And then we met Ashley. So about a year after college, I remember, we know Tom is very, very succinct. When he says something, he means it. He said, I met a girl. Like, oh, how is she? She's great. It's like, okay. Can't wait to meet her. We asked him a few questions, like, oh, Red Sox fan. Oh, no, not a Red Sox fan. Skier. Well, she's willing to try, which is really, really, really good. And she's done a fantastic job learning to ski for Tom. It's a really important thing. And I remember connecting with Ashley very quickly through Facebook as we pranked Tom's wall numerous times with the amazing Rebecca Black. It's Friday in numerous forms. And of course, the escalating pranks to the latest one at the bachelor party where we sent a fake picture of an injured Tom to Ashley. And I've been told to expect a prank in return, which I'm very, very excited for. And just the number of years of pranks and fun and laughter that we will share.
I'm Tyler. I'm the maybe better half of the best man duo. We'll see. I'm so happy to be here. This is my second wedding here in Biddeford Pool, the first that I've been invited to. So thank you. Tom and I have known each other for almost 20 years, which I think is really kind of something impressive given that that's 2/3 of our lives. I'd be lying to you if I said that I knew that I would be here giving a toast at his wedding when we met when we were 10 years old in Blackfoot at Northwoods Camp. But I knew at some point, maybe, 5, 6, 7 years later, that I would be here at your wedding and we would remain together in one another's lives for a really, really long time. It was probably around the time that we started stealing the catamaran to sail halfway across the lake to go get ice cream, or when we developed that binge drinking habit of Mountain Dew after rest hour. I'm really glad that we have Jay in our lives now, and Ashley especially, because it makes all the pranks and jokes just so much better that we have somebody else to share it with, because we'd probably get a little bit sick of one another. One thing that stuck with me from our time at camp is, it was these core values that they had, and we probably made fun of them till the bitter end when we were told them. I don't know if they were Northwoods Camp core values or YMCA core values or what, but a year into my marriage, I think there's some parallels that you can draw upon with these values, and they're caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. So may you care for one another, may you be honest with one another, may you respect one another in your marriage, and may you have so much fun taking on all of life's responsibilities together. So let us raise a glass from Jay and I, and many glasses to come, to Tom and Ashley.
Nice round of applause for those two wonderful toasts. At this time, your dinner is going to be served. We are the All-Nighters. We're going to play some nice background music.